Welcome to the SDA AutoCAD Electrical Training Module for AC schematic cables. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the Cable Fanon Schem tool to draw an AC cable using the SDS Toolkit. Under SDS Tools, select Cable Fanon Schem. When the dialog box appears, fill in the tag field with the cable ID. Select the Source checkbox since this is the start of the cable. Label Style 5 is the AC Schematic Cable Bubble default style, and Radial Direct is the cable style. We can keep the defaults for all the inline cable marker stuff. Now, since the cable is going to end to the right of the terminals, we want to select Right as the final orientation and Add New. Zoom into the terminals and window select only the right side of the connection points. Right-click to draw out the cable to the first break, and then draw out the cable bubble to the desired position, and left-click to draw the rest of the fanning cable. Description 1 is the cable core size and conductor count. Under Show Edit Miscellaneous, we're going to change the format DREF from %D to %Z. The export cable description is actually one of the more important attributes in cabling. This attribute's value will be exported to the cable description attribute on the opposite end of the cable. In this attribute, you want to enter a value that describes what this side of the cable is, or what this side of the cable is connected to. In this case, this is a CT ratio for a CT associated with breaker L0123. Once you've typed that in, click OK, and then click OK to accept the information. Once this is done, the program is going to insert the inline signal arrows. Now, to get these inline signal arrows to show the color code that you want, you're going to have to highlight them and right-click, Edit Component. Go ahead and give them the desired signal codes and color descriptions. These signal codes and color descriptions actually correspond to a color coding list for control cables associated with Entergy standards. So that list is very helpful when it comes to building these conductor by conductor. And that's not black, that's actually red. Now we'll do a little bit of cable cleanup. If you're wondering what the 3 question marks are there, that just indicates that there's no wire ID associated with these signal arrows. We'll go ahead and under Schematic, Edit Components, we'll click Hide Window All and just window those attributes and hide those. Or you can right-click on the actual attribute itself, select Attributes, and then Hide Attribute. One more step we have to do prior to drawing the destination side of this cable is to make this source cable bubble a master symbol. The reason we have to do that is the SDS DREF command, which we're going to use to update our cable descriptions and drawing cross-references, only works with signal arrows, wiring diagram cables, and master reference only symbols. So because this cable uses the SDS DREF command, we're going to have to make that a master symbol. So now we'll open the target drawing where the other side of this schematic cable is going to land. Zoom into the schematic terminals. We're going to invoke the same Cable Fanon Schem tool that we used to draw the source, but this time we'll pick the destination. Now, instead of putting the tag in information, which we could, we'll select the List button. And this is going to bring up a dialog that lists all the signal arrows contained within the project. Under Unpaired, we'll scroll down to the 4602C that we put in. We get all the description information, the file name that we're going to get populated to the DREF attribute. All that information is there for us. All the defaults are good. This time, since the cable bubble is going to land to the left of these terminals, we're going to select Left, Add New, and make sure we select only the leftmost connection points of these terminals. So again, under Show Edit Miscellaneous, we're going to change the format DREF attribute to %Z to get that file name that we saw in the list dialog. And we're going to, again, fill in the cable, export cable description attribute there with the description of what this side of the cable's function is. In this case, it's the primary 2 CT circuit. So once we finish that and select OK, you'll see that this time the cable colors automatically pop in. We'll do a little bit more cleanup here. We'll go to Home. Any cable wire should actually be on the wire ext layer, so we'll make sure that's changed. And then we'll go ahead and match the phasing of this destination side cable to the phasing of our source side cable. Again, under the Schematic tab, we'll hit Hide Attribute Window or Multiple and just do a window select around these signal arrows and hide the wire number and wire NO01 attributes. So next, just like we had to assign a master designation to the source side of the cable, we're going to select Mark Ref Only under the SDS tools, and we're going to assign a Ref Only designation to this cable bubble. When the dialog box appears, we sort by the cable family code, which is CBL, and you'll see that it dramatically shortens the list. We'll select the 4602C cable that we drew in. Now, it's very important to remember that the export CBL description attribute that is highlighted is excluded from this list of updating. You can actually, you can and should add this attribute to the exclusion list under the settings button in the initial ref only dialog box to add this to the exceptions list, and then you won't have to worry about it. So once you've made that a reference symbol, go ahead and Q-save the drawing, type in SDS dref in the command line, select the cable bubble, hit enter, and you see it gives you your export attribute information from the source side cable and pulls that into the cable description attribute information for the destination side. Now we can surf on the cable on this side, select the master cable, and go ahead and rerun the SDS dref command to get our description and drawing cross-reference information on this side of the cable. What's nice about the cable description and the export cable description attribute is that you can change the locations of these cables and where these cables are landing, and you don't have to retype the descriptions, and you simply change it and rerun SDS dref and you get your automatic cross-referencing. So that's how you draw an AC schematic cable using the SDS toolkit.